Hello guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to my 10 horror film recommendations for the month of September. Now, like I told you before, this doesn't relate to it has to be about September. These are just 10 random horror films that I sort of pick out that I think are great and give you a chance to watch through September. And if you want to watch through them and then come back and comment on the video what you thought of them, that would be really cool. But here we are, we've got 10 horror films I recommend for the month of September. We're going to start off with a classic. Not sure if it's a Hammer film. I don't think it is, but it stars our Hammer stars, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, and it's the Horror Express. It's a bit of a sort of monster feature film when they've been on an expedition and they've uncovered this sort of rare creature that comes back to life on this train and it starts killing people on the train. And it also stars Telly Savalas, as you may well know from TV's Kojak. Yeah, it's a cool little film, really good. Highly recommend it. It's got some religious sort of undertones going on with this sort of priest on there who's sort of like quite evil in the film as well, but it's really cool. It's a great film. Horror Express, highly recommend that as a watch. We're going to stay with Peter Cushing in the next film with a zombie film called Shockwaves, starring Peter Cushing as well. Look at that great cover, really cool. It's a I think it's Zombie Nazis if I remember right. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's a really cool sort of film with a real massive sort of Italian sort of feel to it. A sort of zombie film starring the legendary Peter Cushing, and it's a great fun movie. There is a review of this on my channel, so if you want to go back and have a look at it, it's really cool. This is the 88 film Vaults release. Really cool. So yeah, Shockwaves, definitely worth checking out. And as we're reaching the autumn months, I thought, well, I must bring an autumn folk horror film into the equation. So I went with the film that was my second favourite film of last year. And it stars Matt Smith and it's Starve Acre. Absolutely amazing film, based in Yorkshire, about this couple that move out from Leeds into the countryside. I think it's based in the 1970s. The young child dies and he becomes obsessed with this old tree that's in their farm area that was used in sort of like executions and stuff like that. And then they also find comfort within something which I'm not going to tell you about. I want you to watch it and find out. It's a really cool film. This is the BFI release of it, with 2 discs and a booklet. Really cool film. It was my second favourite film of 2024, Starve Acre. Absolutely amazing film. Really eerie, really cool, and it's based in the 70s and it looks really 70s. It's so good. And it's good to see Matt Smith in a decent film. So that's cool. Starve Acre. And also in September, one other thing happens. Kids go back to school. So I've chose a horror film about schools. And I've picked the slasher film F, which is about these teen sort of hoodies that start... It's like not a home invasion, but a school invasion. Where these teachers are at late night sort of marking paperwork or whatever are getting stalked by these hoodies. It's a really cool slasher film. It's a British horror film, really cool. Remember it coming out and watching it and loving it. And yeah, no one ever talks about this film. I'm not sure if I've reviewed it yet on my channel. I can't remember. I know I've recommended it about 15 times, but yeah, it's a really cool British slasher. F, I highly recommend it, especially with the kids going back. And one of the things that kids do when they're off, they make you crazy. So I've recommended Michael Douglas's Falling Down, which is another sort of a really cool sort of, no one really kind of talks about horror film. Really good. Michael Douglas is split up with his wife, his strained wife and kids. He's having a bad day. It's really hot, the hottest day of the year, and things start to go wrong. Little things like he goes to a burger bar to buy something, and they won't sell him a burger because they're only serving breakfast. So that cheeses him off, and then he holds it just goes and fires off down the whole sort of film until it gets to this like real sort of rampage ending. It's a really, really cool film, really good. Sort of suspense, kind of like Madman sort of film, if you like. So Falling Down, I highly recommend. Got another folk horror for you for this month. This one stars Ralph Innocence, and it's called Lords of Misrule. A really cool film. It's got a little bit of Wicker Man sort of vibes. About this priest. She's gone to this new little town, little village, and she's trying to get people to join her church, and her daughter goes missing and all this sort of thing, and they find out her daughter's joined this cult that this village is run by, and Ralph Innocent is the leader of that sort of cult, and he is the Lord of Misrule. It's a really cool horror film. Really, it goes a direction you don't think it does. Nearer the end, the end part is like wow, it sort of wowed me. It's really, really cool. Great film with the legend himself. There he is. So that's cool. Lords of Misrule. Next up is a found footage demonic film based in Italy and the Vatican, and it's The Devil Inside. A really cool film. It's about this woman is trying to get the Vatican to perform an exorcism on somebody that she knows, one of her friends, and other people become possessed by these devil. And we got this guy who helps out from the Vatican, this priest. It's scary as hell. It's a really scary film. It's one of the best sort of demonic possession films that I can remember in recent years. It's really, really cool. To me, it's up there with The Exorcist and things like that. It's an amazing film. The Devil Inside, I highly recommend. So that's a really good film to watch this September. We're going to go to old time America next, to a Western, and we're going with Bone Tomahawk. Let's say it's a Western. It's a cannibal Western film. It stars the wonderful Kurt Russell, and he's off on looking for a missing family, and they've been obviously captured by these cannibals, and they end up capturing him and his colleagues, and they live out in the cave, and they start sort of like killing some of them and stuff. It gets really disturbing, shall I say, nearer the end of the film. It's quite a bit of a grotesque out nearer the end, but yeah, it's a really cool horror Western, which is not enough of them. And this one also pays homage a little bit to the Italian sort of cannibal scene. So we got Bone Tomahawk. Highly recommend that. Really cool. Two more to go. A Jewish horror film. Again, don't see many of those about, to be honest. And this one's called The Possession. It's about, I believe, this book or box that is sort of possessed, and the people that have it come to these awful ends and dying and stuff like that, and they're trying to get rid of this book, and it's based around, it says a true story, but it's based around that, and it's a Jewish horror film. So that's really cool and quite original. So I thought, well, it'd be good to add it, because I don't know many Jewish horror films. There is a couple, but this one is one of the more modern ones, and it's a really cool, quite eerie and scary little film, this one. The Possession. Highly recommend it. Really cool. And last but not least, as we're going to autumn to winter, I wanted to end on the sort of Nazi zombies again. But this time in the snow, in the winter time, and I've picked out Dead Snow. I'm sure this is either Norwegian or Swedish film about these people going to this snow resort, and they unfortunately come across these awakened zombies, which are Nazis that have been living underneath the snow, and they come out and and start doing their rampage. It's a fun watch. It's a fun zombie gory film. Really cool. There is a sequel to it. But yeah, I highly recommend watching that for a bit of popcorn, fun, gory film, Dead Snow. So they are my 10 recommendations for the month of September. We have Dead Snow. We have the Jewish horror, The Possession. We have the Western horror, Bone Tomahawk. We have the demonic horror, The Devil Inside. We have the British folk horror, Lords of Misrule. We have the American crazed maniac in Falling Down. We have the British slasher, F. We have another British folk horror, Starve Acre. We have a 70s zombie film with Peter Cushing, Shockwaves. And we have the classic 70s monster feature, Horror Express, with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. So they're my recommendations for September. So you get watching them and let me know down below what you think of them all. Guys, check out some other horror channels. Check out Horror Hands, The Horror Geek, Man v Film, RS Design, Pizzawell, I'm Ice Lord, Cat Watches Horror Movies, Grumpy Andrews Horror House, The Maniac. And a massive shout out to the lad. Till next time, look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope I see you all soon.